Okay, so my name is Tyler Hickman, and this is my Mark 17 video review of our independent study class for my Google Analytics I specifically did. So I'm going to answer 4 questions here. So number 1, what was the process I undertook? So the process kind of followed the exact same one that I had submitted in my kind of project overview plan and schedule, where the first component would be videos that I would watch and learn from, and some other resources around learning specific terms that weren't in the Google Analytics Academy, as well as doing my own research on like forums and whatnot. The second part would be actually having a Google Analytics account and going through data on websites and kind of manipulating everything that they were teaching in the academy over and practical sense of what I could actually do. And that was the process I undertook. So what were the skills that I achieved? So obviously having an in-depth knowledge of components of like the digital platforms and the fundamentals, mobile applications, and e-commerce websites. The platforms and fundamentals kind of did an overview. Platforms did kind of an overview. Fundamentals did more of an in-depth on each one, and then the two rather kind of smaller specific, mobile and e-commerce, getting right into the specifics of how you would use Google Analytics as a tool to help you with your e-commerce website. And I'm able now to kind of take some of that knowledge and apply it to McCoy, and the interesting part about all this is I started this process, not looking for a job specifically to do with Google Analytics or that digital sense, but in with McCoy, it's become very evident that I need to make some decisions in regards to some of the marketing efforts that we do, and I need data on that, which we do not have any data at all. I think he's trying to push to more of the digital sense to make clear decisions, because you absolutely have to have the data to make any decisions. If not, you're just throwing arrows in the dark and hoping hoping they hit the board. And it's becoming very, very evident in a real life situation that data is so important. And being able to take the skills that I have right now and trying to apply them and move that small business in the direction of tracking data and tracking customer interactions and all that stuff is very essential to the success. So number 3, how does this make me a better marketing professional? So this even ties in just a little bit before. I wasn't going into this process getting this skill because I absolutely was looking for a job or going to go work for a CRM company or anything like that. I was entering this because I think an analytical component is an essential to a marketer's kind of arsenal of tools that they need to be able to achieve and have. Because once again, like I said, good decisions come off of having great data and being able to understand what the data is telling you. And that's what Google Analytics provides from a digital component. It can give you any kind of data that you want, from segments to behaviors to just clear-cut bounce rates and new versus unique and current customers and where the conversions and goals are. I mean, it can track enormous amounts of data, but not only track all that data, but able to put it in reports and dashboards and being able to read in between the lines and making the best decisions. And obviously, I think that would help me. So number 4, what would I have done differently? This is a good question because I would have done at least one thing definitely differently. It would have been in regards to the actual doing aspect. So like I said before, I was going to use the Student Association Google Analytics account in regards to their new website that came out this summer. And I 100% had access to all of that stuff. The only problem with that was I wasn't made an administrator because no one is an administrator at the SA. Viva Productions is the one that set it up. They have the administrator account. So I wasn't able to actually go in and access code of the website to drop in goals and conversions and that kind of thing. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to dive as deep into that component as I would have liked to. Um, and kind of looking back at this moment, I don't know how I necessarily would have done that differently. I would have needed to do that, but the problem is I would have need to have complete access to website, to Google Analytics, and being able to add code in places and doing things. And I think unless I was a pretty key person in an organization, I wouldn't be able to do that because I couldn't do that in the student association. So I don't know if other people had difficulties with that, but that was where I came short. I can still manipulate data and all that great stuff, but it came down to like maybe the e-commerce component. I couldn't actually put code in websites to create and go through that process of learning how to tailor, let's say, a dollar value with a visitor or anything like that. I couldn't achieve that. So anyways, this is my YouTube review on my Google Analytics independent study process. Thank you.